Welcome. So let me walk you through step by step on how to get started with Skool. So by the end of this video, you should be able to set up a Skool community and be able to use Skool on your own. So first great thing about Skool is the fact that it's actually made super simple. If you don't know anything about Skool, it was started by Sam Ovens, who's had a massive coaching consulting business before and recently been promoted by Alex Hormozi. And with Alex Hormozi coming in to promote it and with the Skool Games, it's just been taking off quite a bit. So my goal with these videos is just to give you a quick introduction in the background so you can get started with Skool. So first of all, this is what the Skool community looks like. If you have not seen it before, each community has a community section, instruction section. Possibly you can choose these tabs, leaderboard, and so on. Now, this is the Skool Games. And what the Skool Games is each month, winners compete for the top 10 to actually have a day with Alex Hormozi. So if you look at the leaderboard right now, you'll see they actually just started it today. And you can see that the leaders are already on it. So one person's already up to about $8,000 a month, which is pretty cool, right? So if you have a Skool community, you're automatically entered into the leaderboard competition on it. And if you want to start a Skool community, I'll include a link below, and I'm going to show you how in a minute. Okay. So first thing you do is when you go over to Skool, I will include this link. You can go to mukulverma.com/Skool. It is an affiliate link, so if you do that, I get a commission on it, but it doesn't cost you anything extra, and greatly appreciated. So what will happen is you'll come over here and they'll come play for free, right? When you enter into here, you will see that there's a 14-day trial. So my recommendation to you is don't sign up on this until you actually are ready to start your group. And there's no reason you shouldn't start your group right away. Like with me, I jumped in and started my group way before I was ready. And I already had members join into my group way before I was ready. But you'll learn as you grow, and that's part of how you're going to grow your group or what is recommended for growing your group, right? So this is a process here. You come over here and then you go in here. I already have an account, so I don't need to fill this information in. And then you'll go over to my account. So now I've given you a brief introduction of what Skool is. Let's just go a little bit more into showing you how the Skool works, right? So if you haven't followed me, I'm doing a video where every week I'll do an update video on what I've done for the past week. And in that video, I just share about what I've learned and how I'm progressing along. So I thought it'd be cool to do it for day one, or week one. So just once a week I do that. And part of that video is I don't want to explain in those videos exactly what is Skool and complete walkthrough, and that's the goal of this video. If you're interested in seeing behind the scenes of what I'm doing, go check those videos out. But this is my community here. As I mentioned, I started less than 2 weeks ago. I haven't actually spent any time on actually promoting this community. But a few things. So when you come in here, you have an actual community board where you can have different topics. As a community owner, you can choose what different topics you want in here. You can have classrooms. So these are all free giveaways or paid giveaways. It's up to you on what you want in the classroom. So Skool is a community like a Facebook group and like a Udemy classroom course all in one, right? The other cool feature is you can also put like a calendar in here where you can actually set up meetings every week. So if we were doing weekly meetings or bi-weekly meetings, which will be starting at some point, then you can always add that in here as well and just keep track. And then it goes through members, and then goes through leadership board and the about page. So the about page, this is an important page. You need to make sure to optimize this publicly. This is a page where people will come to your group, or what the first thing they'll see if they're not actually in your group, right? So for example, if I go to discovery, and let's say I want to find a group on, I'm just going to say SEO, and I'm not in this group, it will take me to the about page, and that will tell me all about this group. So that's why this page is really important to make sure that you have. To have this page done correctly. Okay, so now that you know about that, let's go into actually looking at the profile and setting up your profile. So if you go into profile here, there's a few different sections in here. And I go to edit profile. So as you go through this, you can't change your link until you actually have met certain criteria on it. Currently, it's 90 contributions, 30 followers, and have been using it for 90 days. You do need to use a real name in here. So they do require that it must be a real name, which is cool because that way you actually know who you're talking to. With it, that said, there are still fake accounts. You will come across people trying to sell you stuff, which are not legit. So just be careful of that. A little bit of bio. If you know me, I've been doing marketing online for 20 plus years, created some successful businesses, sold some successful businesses, and frankly could retire, but then what would you do? So right now I'm doing this, which is just building a community because AI is super cool right now. And there's so much in marketing and so much to learn from it. So I've decided to work on building a community to help others use AI in their business. If you're interested in that as well, I will include a link below for that as well. Um, but, you can also include your social links as well in here as well. And you can also choose member visibility, right? So for example, when you go to someone's page, can they see that you're part of a group or can they not see that you're part of a group? So I'll go over here and I'll show you my profile. And you'll see a bunch of groups I'm membership of, right? So for example, it shows max free. If I hide this, it's not letting me update it. It doesn't show that anymore. So you can actually control that, which is kind of cool because you may or may not want people to know what groups you're in. Not sure why I hid those, but okay. And now it's showing those groups as well here, right? So you can see all the different groups here. Next thing is we go to accounts. You can have your email address, your time zone. You can fill that out, passwords, notifications. So you can get a lot of notifications if you have them all on. So what I would do is I would change it to like you. So if you don't want to be notified, don't be notified. The cool part here as well is it's for a group. So in a group, you can have like a weekly, hourly, like how often you actually want to be notified. So most of it I just set once a day, so that way I don't get messages every single time somebody posts. So I'd recommend to set that up as well. Chats, so people in these groups can chat or cannot chat. So this is kind of cool because you don't want that everyone can just chat with you maybe sometimes, depending on what you're doing in the group. But you can turn it on and off. Next is the communities that you're part of. So you have memberships and you have admin. So I can control the admin access here, which I'll go into in a second, and you'll get to see what it is. So here I can control the group name. Now this you can only change after the 14-day trial. I've included a link. Try it out. It's free for 14 days, so there's no harm in actually trying it out. But if you do want to change the URL, then I would suggest to say that you have to go to pay. The other thing to mention as well is it's really good for SEO optimization. So I did AI marketing because AI dash marketing was already taken. But right now you can actually get really good names on here. And then you can make your group private and public. If you're using it for SEO and driving traffic, then I would definitely leave it public because that way you can actually have people coming in. If you're watching my video this week, you'll see that I'm actually testing some stuff around private and public just to see what would help generate more traffic. All right, next is going to subscriptions. And this is cool because right now the price is free. But let's say that anyone new who joins, I'd want to actually have it paid. I would actually, sorry, yeah. Yeah, so let's say that I wanted to have it anyone new. So free members are some people so far. I can add a price on here, and these people will be locked in at the price they're at, and new people will be charged a new price. So as it progresses, if I want to charge $19.99 a month or $99 a month for this group, I can do that, and the old people will always get the price that they lock in at. It's a great scarcity tactic to use. I'm right now just building a free group. Right. So when I get into paid groups, it definitely will be the first 10 people will be $19.99, the second 10 will be $29.99, and so on. Eventually, it'll be at $99 a month, or so on. So whichever pricing strategy I choose to use, but you can use that as well. And like I said, the loyal people should get in early, and they should be rewarded. Next is what I was talking about earlier, was where you can add categories. So when we go in here and we look at the different categories right here, that is what you choose right here. So if I add a new category, it'd be chosen here. It does work with Zapier and other third-party softwares as well. Like they're adding more and more. So if you are doing Facebook ads, you can always add megapixels in here as well. And questions. So anytime somebody wants to join my group, I have 3 questions that I ask them. Okay, next, let's look at metrics. So as I told you, I started this group like 2 weeks ago, and it's just slowly grown organically. I haven't actually spent any time promoting it, but it shows you total active members and shows you total members in your group. One of the really cool features about Skool is gamification. So now with gamification, you can actually reward people at different levels for what they get. So for example, anyone who's at level 2 will get a copy of 2 free books that I published. All right, so if you go in here and you're in classrooms, right, you have access to these. Now, if I was not level 2, these 2 would be locked, right? So you can actually choose on who actually gets access to what. So if I decided that, hey, you know what, I don't want to give access to certain things, I can always make that choice. The other thing you can do as well is you can always edit the name. So if I want to put this as beginner, so let me show you here. Level, right? So it's just, those are levels now. I go in here and I change this to beginner. It'll update the names. So you can have really cool names. Something I do when I have a little more time is probably just come up with really cool names for different levels. I think they're just kind of fun. So Skool makes this really fun for you to create an experience. So part of gamifying it is that people are on a leaderboard, right? So they need to get a certain amount of points to get to each level. The more involved they are and the more they do stuff in your group, the higher levels they get to unlock stuff. So it really encourages people in the community to make comments, interact, get likes, etc. Right? Because that will help them get up the leaderboard. And for example, this month we're doing a competition. Mainly leaderboard competition. So first place, I'll do a one-on-one session with them and I'll review their business for AI and marketing and how they can use AI. And number 2, we'll get access to some premium content, right? So you can always make it fun and encourage people to be more active in your group. Like I said, I haven't even marketed this yet, so I'm going to do it. I'm creating these videos now because I wanted them to go with the other videos, and I didn't want to go through this step by step in the weekly update videos. If you have any questions like this, don't hesitate to reach out to me, comment below. Definitely like and save this video if you found this to be helpful. And if you want to join, go through the link that I shared. Discovery, so you want to see if you're ranked. So my rank's actually gone up, which is great. On it does take about a day to get ranked. Links, you can add links right into here. So if you look over here, my premium content is right here. And then also if you want some AI tools, the link is right here. So that is controlled right through links. And then billing and referrals, right? So if you want to refer someone to Skool, you can always do it here, and then you can always see your referrals as well. Okay, so that gives you an idea of just setting up the profile with Skool. So they also give you notifications. I find there's always a lot of notifications. So that's one thing you might get overwhelmed with, but I guess as you progress, you'll probably figure out how to deal with that. Okay, so far we've gone through the profile. I've gone through all the main tabs with you. on what the different sections of it are here. And now I think a couple of big tips about Skool as well is you need to have a really enticing offer here. So I'm actually giving a whole bunch of stuff I created away for free. Like I've spent hundreds of hours creating this stuff, and I'm selling this stuff paid. But just to join the Skool community and to get people in, I'm actually giving it away for free. So my recommendation to you would be the same. Like have a very enticing offer. Don't wait. Just join today, get started, and say and start building your community and start building your group and getting involved. That's probably the best way to go. Because I don't think you'll ever get it right. Am I ready? Probably still not ready, but that's probably the best way to go. And you'll find there's a lot of other resources here in Skool, the Skool Community where they talk about products, as well as the Skool Games where they talk about the actual competition. You can learn a lot from other people who've actually done quite a bit, right? So they've actually been very successful. Like I said, if we look back at the leaderboards here and look at April, like 75,000, a new MMR, right? Or even go here, like the potential. There's one guy making 183,000 a month, right? 110,000, 88,000, 83,000. So there's a lot of potential with communities here. And when you hear some of these guys, they're like, some of them just started out, didn't have any lists, didn't go for anywhere else, and they just hustled and hustled and hustled. On a call, Alex said the number one thing that all the guys at the top have in common is they just worked their asses off and they just kept hustling and hustling and hustling. And that's how they got to the top of the Skool Games, which is really cool. So I don't see it elsewhere. You can try this for free for 14 days. If it doesn't work, then it doesn't work. And yeah, you've tried it, but I think it's going to take a lot more than 14 days. You just got to consistently be going for a while. You can work on the SEO to get it better. You got to consistently be posting, and just like anything else, it's not going to happen on day one. You just got to keep working away consistently at it, and it is. So I just want to set clear expectations for you, so that way you can easily understand what the Skool Games are about and what Skool is all about. So in this video, we covered signing up for the Skool Games. We looked at all the different sections. We looked at how to set up a Skool profile. And I'd love to hear from you. If you have any comments or if you want any other particular videos around using Skool, let me know and I can make that for you and share that as well. Thank you.